Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Stefano. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So I tried to do a lyric prank. It did not work out. Like, everyone knew that I was doing a lyric prank, or they just did not respond. So I decided, why don't I do a story time? Because it seems that a lot of you guys like the story time I told you about my worst date. So I've decided to give you guys another story time. And this story time is going to be about when I got into my first fight. Yes. So the story time is going to be when I got into my first fight. So when I got into my first fight, you guys, I was in 5th or 6th grade. I was in 5th or 6th grade, and I had like a best friend who was best friends with somebody else and myself. So we're gonna call my best friend Bella, and we're gonna call Bella's best friend, which was also my friend, but she just wasn't my best friend. We're gonna call Bella's best friend Sarah. So Bella and Sarah. So back in the day, like, well, prior to this fight, I had never fought. Clearly it was my first fight, and I wouldn't say I was necessarily a fighter, but at the same time I wouldn't say that I necessarily was like weak either. Like, I just didn't really fight. Like, I didn't fight. So also too, like, I kind of used to kind of get picked on and bullied a little bit and stuff like that. So, or I was just very like scared of confrontation and stuff like that. Like, I just always wanted to be on a cool wavelength. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't want no trouble. So this beloved day, I didn't do my homework the night before, and I was like, damn, Daniel, you gotta go to class and do your homework. Like, you can't play or nothing. And I was so lucky because the teacher was late, so we was already in class, and I was almost done with my homework, you guys. Like, I was writing it down, getting it done, and Sarah comes out of nowhere. She snatches the paper from my desk, and she like literally rips it apart. Like, or she balls it up, actually. She balls it up and she throws it in the trash. And I'm like, Sarah, why did you do that? Like, I'm really trying to do my homework and I'm trying to get it done. Like, what's wrong with you? And she just like, and I'm just like, okay. The non-confrontational me, the kind of scary me, I've never fought, I don't like to be like bullied or anything, was like, okay. And I was really quiet and shy. I was like, okay, I'll go back to my seat and start all over. I probably still have time. It's okay. So I go back to my seat and I start doing my homework all over again, you guys, from scratch. And then she, then after that, like, she came up to my desk again. She snatched the paper off my desk, and this time she ripped it apart, rolled it up, and like she yanked it, like she launched it at my face. Like, it hit me in my face. And then I got up and she pushed me down. Woosah. Like, because of me today, oh. So then I was like, Sarah, why did you do that? Like, stop, I'm really trying to do my homework. The nice me, the shy me, the quiet me, the scary me. So I literally was getting ready to sit back down and do my homework again. Like, that's just how much power she had over me. And Bella was like, like, even though she was friends, she was best friends with her and she was best friends with me, she was very like honest. And she was like, Steph, you're gonna let her do that to you? You better not let her do that to you. And like, some type of like fuel, like fire flame, came through my insides. Like, just came through my insides, y'all. And I was like, I know, like, what the heck? I really was about to let her bully me. So I got up and I pushed her back, and she's like, she's still laughing, y'all. She's like, whatever, like, she really thinks I'm not gonna do anything. So when I pushed her, she pushed me back or something. I can't remember, but I will tell you that I was the one who like hit first. So mind you, since I had never fought, I did not sock her. Like our fight was not like this. Well, she was socking me. I was slapping her, like the type of slap that Niger parents will just give you, woes you from Monday to Friday, you will not see. Like that's the type of slap I gave her. I gave her the first slap. So then she starts socking, but she's missing, like hella missing. I'm like pancaking her shit, like whoa, just pancaking that shit. Like the anger I had in me was from people long ago that picked on me in the past. I gave her those woses. Like y'all don't understand. I was like bam, 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 bam. So this fight went from in the middle of the room literally to the beginning of the room. That's just how we was going crazy. I was unaware of my surroundings or anything. So I remember some girl trying to pull her like away, like, oh my gosh, stop fighting, you guys, stop fighting. So she tried to pull her away, and when she pulled her away, that was actually the worst thing for her to do, because she had these long braids that were in a ponytail, I think, or they were down, I can't remember. But I yanked the, let me not cuss, I yanked the crap out of them braids. That took us back to the middle of the class. And then after that, like, they were able to separate the fight, and the teacher walked in. So teacher walked in and was like, what are y'all doing, and this and that. And I'm just like, great, my life is over. Like, my life is over. I should just carry the clothes that are on my back and take them to a homeless shelter, because if I go home, I'm in trouble. So he's like, y'all need to sit here, you guys are gonna get suspended, I'm calling your parents and this and that. And at this time, like, if you're Nigerian, you understand that the worst thing you don't want to do is to get into a fight, get suspended, or you're being expelled from school, or even failing classes, like, because Nigerian parents take that so seriously. So I started to cry. Like, I legit was in a chair crying, and I couldn't even celebrate my victory of whooping this girl's butt. Like, I kid you not, like, when he had us sit next to each other, we were still talking, and like, I didn't care. Like, it wasn't that deep for me. But when he told me he was gonna call my mom and everything, I was like, man, I'm really in a lot of trouble. Like, I can care less about this fight. My homework will went in the trash. I don't care. I just don't want to be in trouble by my mom. And so, like, I started crying. Like, I was crying. Like, his name was Mr. Marshall. Hey, Mr. Marshall, if you're watching this, which he probably may not. I was like, Mr. Marshall, please don't call my mom. Like, it was Sarah's fault. Like, I literally was minding my business. You can ask all the people in the class. They were witnesses. I was minding my business, and she kept on picking on me, and she pushed me first. So I felt like I needed to defend myself. And he was just like, I don't want to hear, y'all not supposed to be fighting in this class. Y'all know better. I was like, okay, please don't call my mom. So I was like, Mr. Marshall, please don't call my mom or anything. So, like, I was talking to her, like, I was crying. I was like, I was telling her, I was like, Sarah, I don't even care that we fought. It's just that, like, I'm gonna get in trouble when I get home, and like, we all know that this wasn't my fault. And she was like, yeah, like, I don't remember if she was crying or she was sad. She was like, yeah, like, I was supposed to go to Knott's Berry Farm this weekend. Now I'm not gonna be able to go. I'm like, see this girl. Y'all worried about Knott's Berry Farm. I'm worried about dying. No, go to your Knott's Berry Farm. I'm like, look at the different, y'all. That shows you the difference in parents and families. Like, I'm worried about getting my ass beat. You worried about going to Knott's Berry Farm? Girl, I wish that could be my worry. I think I'll be fine right now. So anyways, like, I'm calling you guys as parents, whatever. And then, like, she left and went home. I was waiting to get picked up. And so I had one-on-one time with my teacher, and I was like, Mr. Marshall, I'm begging you, this fight was not my fault. It was really Sarah's, and I did not start it. Like, please, I'm begging you, like, can I do anything to make it up? And he was like, if you sweep this classroom, I won't tell your parents. I said, what? You mean if I sweep this class, I won't get in trouble? Hey, Lord, you are so good. Like, I was so lit. I must have swept that class. I must have ended up mopping that class floor. And he did not call my parents, and I was not in trouble. So that was my first fight. And I won my first fight. That's basically to tell y'all, don't be effing with no Nigerians, because Nigerians don't play. You heard me? We don't play out here in these streets. We crazy. But on a brighter note, and y'all know I always have these little messages at the end. People get bullied all the time. Like, I used to get bullied all the time because I was Nigerian. My last name was like different. They used to make fun of my last name. They used to make fun of my features because I had really big lips. I still do now. Just so many things, like, I used to get made fun of. So, like, I just used to be really shy and quiet and all these things and timid because my parents they didn't teach me to be aggressive, or, you know what I mean? It was just kind of like, go do your work and get your work done, come back home. Like, I don't want to hear that you got into this and that. Like, you know what I mean? So bullying is not cool. If you're out here bullying people, stop doing it. Don't pick on people in general, because you might just pick on a hothead who will whoop your bleep. Okay? And also, stick up for yourself. I'm not saying go out here and fight and stuff, but it's not a bad thing to stick up for yourself. It took me a long time. I think after that fight, I started sticking up for myself. Like, I probably got into a lot of fights, but they were just, like, not on the record. So yeah, like, stick up for yourself. Use your mouth, use your words wisely to tell people, like, bro, you better leave me alone. You don't have to use your fist or your hand, but always defend yourself. Though somebody come at you, bro, you better come back 100. You know what I'm saying? Not saying get into a fight, you guys. Not saying, because they're gonna be like, I went back to this video and she told me that I could fight. Defend yourself, stick up for yourself, and just be smart, you guys. Be smart. Don't bully. It's not cute, because one day you might bully the wrong person who ends up whooping your mother effing. And that concludes my story time for you guys. Hopefully this was entertaining. It was funny. And bye.